Hello, ma'am. Which editorial should I check out today?
Yes, absolutely. He's a very important editorial in the Hindus editorial section today. So come, let's have a look. Now the article is a bold step amid an ambitious nuclear energy target. It is written by Mr. R.B. Grover. Now the article argues that economic growth and human development are closely linked to rising energy consumption, especially electricity, as countries develop energy demands increases due to industrialization, urbanization, electrification, and digital technology as well. India faces a dual challenge right now. And what is that dual challenge? Rapidly increasing energy demand and decarbonizing its energy mix to meet climate commitments. While renewable sources like solar, wind, and hydro are expanding, they suffer from intermittency, large constraint, and storage issues. Hence, they cannot alone ensure reliable base load power. In this context, nuclear energy emerges as a critical solution. It is low carbon, reliable, and suitable for base load electricity, helps reduce dependence on fossil fuels, complements renewables in decarbonized energy system. India currently has 22 nuclear reactors and planned significant expansion through pressurized heavy water reactors, which is PHWRS, and the government has set an ambition to target the 100 gigawatt nuclear capacity in long term. To support this, the Shanti Bill 2025 has been introduced to reform nuclear legislation, enable private sector participation, address liability and safety concerns, strengthen regulatory mechanisms. And the article concludes that nuclear power is technically feasible, economically viable, and strategically essential for India's long-term energy security climate goals. Now let us have a look at it. See, the first thing is the growth rate and generation. So the metric Human Development Index (HDI) is a fair representation of human development. It combines three important indicators, which are per capita income, education, and health. Using the correct correlation between HDI and per capita final energy consumption on one determines the level of energy need in the region specific. Now, second is the decarbonized energy mix. In India, hydro and wind power and India is limited. India is densely populated and it's peculiar, diverting large tracts of the land for deployment of solar photovoltaic. Now, while the full potential of hydro, solar, and wind must be exploited, the potential is insufficient to provide the energy level necessary to achieve an HDI above 0.9. Therefore, nuclear generation has to be ramped up. Until that is done, India will have to continue exploiting fossil fuels. And lastly is the Shanti Bill. These successes have emboldened the central government to set a target of only 100 gigawatt of nuclear installment capacity in the mid-century. Now let's look at the UPSC relevance of this topic. This is highly relevant for GS paper 3, which is energy, environment, infrastructure. It is highly relevant for GS paper 2, which is governance and policy. It is highly relevant for GS paper 1 also, for economic geography and essay and ethics also. It becomes highly relevant. If you want a deeper analysis of this editorial, please go visit our DNA video. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching.